How you doing, Anders?
I'm doing fine. How are
Good.
you?
Very good. Very good. Welcome to RockEyez, man.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
No problem. No problem. So the band started in 1981 in Stockholm. Can you tell me how you all got together? Were you school friends or how did it work?
Yeah, we actually started in 1983, but there is some Wikipedia says 81, but it wasn't that early. But the thing is, the way we started was that me and Robert, the singer, actually we were neighbors growing up in the same
Oh,
neighborhood, so we were kind of living in the same building.
right. Yeah.
Uh, so we knew each other from very early on. He's a couple of years older than me, but he was playing in a band, and I was kind of hanging out, hanging around those guys because I was too young to. But grew up a little bit, and I got to join these guys, and we actually started out very early. So we actually come from the same neighborhood, which is incredible, and we're still together after all these years.
Right.
Uh, so we're very, very close friends as well, you know.
Cool, cool. How about the other members?
Well, some of the guys comes from this kind of same area of south of Stockholm. So, but over the years, there was some lineup changes in the early in 87, 88. So we actually two members left the band, and Jamie came in on drums already in 87. He was on the third album. So he's been away. We all been together now since the late 80s, so to speak. So that's the same kind of lineup now.
Was the original name of the band called The Boys?
No, that was the band before. That was the band we had before we started Treat. So that was a kind of band singing in Swedish,
Right. Yeah.
and it became Treat. And him and me joined forces with the two three other guys to actually we thought like this that this music we would love to play wasn't really happening in Sweden at that time. But
Right.
somehow we might done the right thing because we went down and said, okay, let's do what we would love to do. It's like more harder rock, singing in English. So we rehearsed, and suddenly something happened because we were right on the right kind of wave for that music coming into the picture.
Right.
Um, so we did something right, and th so basically the idea of Treat is the same as it was from the beginning, you know, melodic hard rock, guitar driven, big choruses. So this is our kind of our trademark, so to
Cool.
speak.
Cool. Now, your first album was Scratch and Bite in '85.
Yeah,
Cool, cool. So
that was a
how was it recording that very first album?
oh yeah, we were all that was a kind of very special experience because we have actually got majorly signed by Påhlsson at that time, and we got a great studio to work in, but we had to work late at night and we had day jobs, all of us. So we were pretty tired going into the studio every night, you know, and didn't have that much time to work. But we had the songs and we had an idea and a vision, and we had a good engineer with us. So, and we kind of produced the record ourselves, which was like new to everybody. So we just went along, and you can hear it in the album. It's kind of it has the young, hungry band uh, with maybe not the best production in the world, but the songs were kind of there anyway, and the idea and the vision and everything. So I'm very happy about that record, and it broke big for us in Sweden. You know, it
Right.
became a really big success, and the year that followed was like we did like 100 date tour up in Scandinavia and look like attendance records in a lot of cities, and it's just a great memory, and it comes back today. That's why we wrote the song in 1985.
Cool. So what was your first job?
Oh, I was a janitor at
Uh-huh.
a big company, you know, doing all that shit. I was dreaming about becoming a rock guitar player like
Right.
full time, and I was working. And when the album actually started to happen, I happily went into my boss and said, "Well, I'm quitting."
Oh, that's great, man. That's great. You were living the dream back then, early in your career.
Yeah, I mean, it was nothing. I never had any other idea about what my future was about that time, you know. Yeah, it happened to. I'm really happy that I could continue doing this as a musician in a band for so long, even though I've done a lot of other things, worked with a lot of other stuff as well, you know. So,
Yeah.
but that was my dream, and you know, I knew from early on
Wow.
that that's the yeah.
When that album came out, how impressed were you, like, to show your parents, look, I'm on an album and stuff like that?
Oh, they were really proud of me. My mom was a musician. She played a lot, and that's why I started to play. We had a lot of music at home, you know, piano, guitar. So I could actually start to learn early on. And my dad was also really proud. He came to the shows early on to see the band, and I have really good memories. I don't know if that was like you see my mother was trying to become like a painting artist as well. She went to
Right,
painting school, you know, like you know, she was really into that kind of go your own way, do what you like, live your dream,
right.
really supportive, so which is good, you know.
Cool, cool, cool.
So and I never regretted it actually.
That's good. That's good, you know. In '86, you opened up for WASP. Um,
Yeah.
what kind of experience was that?
That was our first tour back in '84. Actually, we they were before the first album came out,
Right.
and they were on there like this was kind of a controversial tour. There was a lot of the road. There was a lot of thing in the headlines about the band, you know, throwing things at the audience and the blood and blah blah and all the guts and gore, and the we got the chance to actually play our first shows at home, you know, like a support act to them, and it was a great tour. I actually enjoyed it a lot. It was really nice, and it was a lot of people coming. It was it was really happening
Uh-huh.
everywhere, and so we got a fair share of attention actually. Yeah.
Good, good, good. What are some of the bands that really treated you well when you went out on tour?
Yeah, we actually didn't do that a lot of support things in the early days. We played with WASP, yeah, and of course we did like open for Queen once in a big
Wow.
stadium. But we did our own tours. We started out and we became kind of our own headlining name in Sweden. So we kind of went from there. Uh, and we haven't really done a lot of like support tours, like a lot of bands did in the back in the day.
Right.
Strangely enough, we played with like peers of ours, like played a couple of shows and get together with Europe,
Uh-huh.
stuff like and festivals. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, done festivals in Germany, done the Monsters of Rock festivals and
Mhm.
all those, but not really a lot of support tours.
Right.
No.
Wow. Wow. So this is the wild card is your 10th studio album?
Yeah,
Cool.
number 10. Yeah.
Wow. And that comes out November 21st on Frontiers.
Yes, that's right.
How did you hook up with Frontiers when you first got signed to them?
When we reunited the band back in 2006, and we were actually discussing that at that time we were only playing live shows, and we put out a compilation album by Universal, which was actually the label owning the rights to our old records.
Mhm.
As we were signed to Polygram, it became Universal. Um, but at that time, when we were actually starting discussing the fact that we were going to make a new album in 2009-10 with the Coup de Grace, Frontiers was really keen on signing a band because
Mhm.
they've been like fans for a long time, and they really wanted to get behind this whole idea about getting three together and back out on new music. So we went along with that, and we stayed with them since, and it's been a really good collaboration for a long time now.
Right, yeah. Wow. The new album has 13 tracks. That's quite a bit of songs for your money.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Right.
It's actually too long, but it is not too long for us. I mean, we're also releasing a lot of songs before the album actually comes out, so there's a lot of music to listen to, and it's actually takes us through the whole. I mean, this album is the style of what we're doing right now is that we try to kind of make the whole album like a timeline from like going full circle. You know, this album contains styles of music that we've been doing all along the whole career. So it's kind of sums the whole story about Freed Up really good, I think. So yeah, it's a long album. We had a lot of songs to choose from, and we couldn't like just throw them away, you know.
Right, yeah.
So we had even more than 13, I can tell you. But 13 ended up on the record, and yeah, I think they should be on the record.
Well, cool. And who came up with the cover?
Well, when we had the idea for the title, the wild card, and the guy who actually makes our covers and makes our videos, he's working close with the band. He came up with this idea. Wouldn't it be cool to have a jester guy being the wild card? You know,
Right.
he's kind of impersonates that kind of role as the wild card. So he's the guy who makes all our covers and has been doing so since Coup de Grace. He's a great guy, and he's a close friend of mine. So.
Cool, cool. What do you feel is the biggest highlight of your career being in Treat?
I not a specific day or date or whatever. I think there's a couple of shows that's been really memorable.
Mhm.
The whole doing the Monsters of Rock in Germany in '88 with Iron Maiden, Kiss, and David Roth, and big shows like that really broke us into the German market as a band.
Right.
It's a great experience, and also, but the whole thing about like opening for Queen in '86 in a stadium show, you know, when Freddie last tour that Freddie Mercury ever did with a
Right.
band is something that younger people today, when I tell them, they don't believe me. They think
Right,
I'm
yeah.
joking, you know, so because that's out of this world, you know. It's so
Right, yeah.
surreal. But for me, those shows, even if that's not the best shows we played in our lives,
Right.
it's fond memories. We've done some great. We did our first Japanese tour in Japan in 1990. It was amazing. That whole experience. We were there for 2 weeks, and I mean, sold that show. The crowd was. It was like Beatlemania when we
Wow.
came there. It's wow. We knew there's tons of like fans at the airports and stuff like that. It's like, wow, what is this? You know, we hadn't experienced that kind of adolescent behavior towards the
Right.
band, but you know. So I have really fond memories, and I'm still making them. You know.
Cool. Yeah. Good. Yeah. I mean, the album's fantastic.
Oh, thank you, thank
You
you.
know, I
Yeah,
mean, like I was talking to my one friend, Mark Ballo, a writer for RockEyez, and I was just telling him there's nothing bad on this album at all. You know, I mean, I listened to it straight through a couple times, and I loved every song. You
yeah,
know, and,
cool.
really
That's
good.
great.
Especially the opening track.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
Out with a Bang. That's killer.
yeah. It's going to be the next single. I can tell you. Well, now said it. Well, anyway, the thing is that yeah, the cool thing about it that we really are an album band that we always been, and in
Right.
these day and age, the whole streaming platform thing is based around releasing a song, releasing a new song, releasing a song, and that's fine. I mean, I understand the whole concept of it, but for us, it's very important to give our fans a full album to listen to because we have to. I mean, it's like 3.5 years since we released the Endgame. Okay,
Right.
it's a long wait, even if it's not that long anymore. I mean, for fans, it's a long wait. So when we actually release an album, it should
Right.
be a value for music because our fans also still buys physical albums. You
Mhm.
know, a lot of people do, and they still listen to streaming platforms, but they buy the album, and that's a dedication you have to take very seriously if you're an artist.
Right. Yeah.
I,
Definitely. So, what's your feeling about vinyl coming back?
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Everybody loves it.
I was so impressed with it when I saw the vinyls come. We have like 4 or 5 different vinyl versions coming out of the album. It's like, wow, I gotta have this.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
I don't
Mhm.
have a vinyl player though, but I love the concept because I mean the artwork works so great with a vinyl. You can do it's something having and even if you can't, I mean the whole thing with an album, reading lyrics if you're interested in that, and just the whole artwork becomes so much vivid on a vinyl album, you know.
Definitely. And it's good to get signed too, and
Yeah,
photographed and stuff like that instead
yeah,
of a
yeah, yeah,
little
yeah. It's
CD.
it's very much better suited for that. Yeah.
Cool, cool. So you're going to have multicolored vinyls coming out, or?
Oh yeah, we have like I think we have like four different. It's like the red, but it's like purple, blue. They're like there's a gold album actually being
Wow.
released. There's kits. I mean, there's a lot of things coming out. There's merchandise and there's a lot of things. And I really think Frontiers did a great job putting all these packages together for us this time. And it seems like a lot of fans already got the t-shirts and stuff. They order it and they got it. So they're ahead of us.
Cool, cool, cool. Tell me a little bit about your merchandise and where people could get it.
Yeah, if you go to the Frontiers web shops, you can
Uh-huh.
get everything. Yeah, there's a tons of stuff there. You go
Uh-huh.
to they're in all web shops they have. It's got there's web shop in the US and the web shop in Europe and in the UK. So if you go to the Frontiers web shops, I don't know exact address, but
Right.
Frontiers Records has their own web shops.
Cool.
And you can pre-order it and you can there's a lot of different packages with both merchandise and I mean t-shirts and hoodies and everything, as well as vinyl records and CDs and everything.
Right. Yeah. At the height of your career, did you have a tour rider? And can you tell me anything that was on there?
We still have a tour rider, new one. Yeah, we kind of copied one thing in the tour rider. We copied the Van Halen thing about the brown M&Ms.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
we did it because there's a story behind it. Everybody knows it's not because they needed the brown and amps, because they wanted the promoter to actually look through the rider properly, and
Right.
that's what they did it. Yeah, they did it because they wanted it to be so they could actually say, yeah, he really read this through
Right. Yeah.
thoroughly,
Uh-huh.
So we copied that for fun, Yeah,
So
but
what?
we the usual stuff, not. I mean, I don't drink alcohol, so I mean, for me, it's pretty easy, and you know the normal stuff you should have in a rider. Not
Uh,
nothing fancy, no,
uh-huh. And what's
except
on
the
your?
brown M&Ms, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Cool. So what's on your new tour rider? Anything special?
You mean the rider we have?
Yeah. What? The upcoming tour.
If you're talking about the rider itself,
Yeah.
I'm not. No, it's kind of normal stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. Do you have anything special before you go on stage that you do or eat?
No, not me, but Robert has a procedure. He eats green apples.
Uh-huh.
I do some singing. I have some. I do some vocal stuff. I really do because I'm also a music teacher, so I teach kids to sing.
Right.
So I have to be the good example here for them. So I do some warm-ups, and I do some warm-ups playing. That's more important, guitar-wise. That's really important for me
Right.
to warm up to be able to handle all the solos and stuff. So that's what I do. And then we have a little ritual. Sometimes we just, we get together just before we start and really wish everybody like a great show and all that. Small things, but important.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Was there any particular song that was difficult for you to play on the album, the new one?
Not No, not really for me, actually. I as I wrote them.
Uh-huh.
No, there is songs that are more difficult to play than others. I mean, Out with a Bang is pretty exhausting to play. You
Right.
got to be on your toes to do that, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But it's good. It's a good one. It's a good thing to get down. It's faster and it's all that, and it has a lot of details in it when it comes to guitar playing. But other than that, I'm fine. I mean, there has been songs in the past which I'm not really remember. We tried out to play live, but they didn't really work out that well because they sound great on record and an album, but it doesn't really work when you actually try. This is a very normal thing. I know that some songs just glues together directly. It's
Right.
like it's so easy to get them to sound good, but some songs are really hard to get to get groovy and work. You have to work really hard. So normally those songs they just leave the set list
Right. Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
another song comes in. You have to pace the set list right for every night. So
Mhm.
and luckily we have a long career now, so we have a lot of songs to choose from.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's really hard to choose the songs, because fans are always asking, can't you play this song from that album? It's like, yeah, we would love to, but we only have like 80, 90 minutes to play. So
Yeah.
it's heavy. We have to change set lists to be able to please everybody. You know?
Cool. What's your feeling about giving out autographs?
I'm fine. I will do it all the time.
Cool.
No problem. We do meet and greets. We do all that stuff. If people come up to us and ask for like autographs, no problem. That's part of it, and I love it. It's a part of the thing. I'm just overwhelmed that he want my name on a paper or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm no special guy, you know.
What's the chances of you guys coming to the United States to do a tour either this year or next year?
This year we won't tour at all. We will tour extensively next year in 26 and probably in 27 as well. But we'd love to play in America. It's not that easy for us to come over, but if we get an offer, we could actually base something around that offer and see if we get a starting point somewhere, you know, because we have been to the US a couple of times, but it's always been like one-off things.
Right.
A tour is a different thing to put together. So I'm not sure. I have to leave that open, but we'd love to do it, you know.
Mm-hmm. If you had one dream come true, what would it be?
Oh, well, that was a hard one. I'm sure I don't really think about that too much, you know, but with a dream. Of course, I would love to play everywhere, and I would love to go all over the globe to do all over the place to play, you know, and we have been to a lot of places, but no, at this point, I'm really happy. My dream is that we can still do this together.
Right, yeah.
After all these years. This is enough for me because I think that being able to put out good music and perform great shows and all that, it's very something I'm really thankful for.
Right.
We're able to do.
Yeah. Good. What is a typical day for you from when you wake up until you go to bed?
Well, I'm actually a music teacher at daytime, so I go, but I work afternoons and evenings. So I go up. Basically, I have animals, so I have to take care of. Not on the farm. I have cats and, you know, sometimes a dog as well.
Yeah.
But I go up and I do whatever people do. I try to sit and down and work in my home studio, which I'm in right now. And write in the before noon, actually.
Right,
It's a
yeah.
good time. It's a very good time from like 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock in the daytime. You're really productive and you're fresh and you're on it. And then after lunch, I go to work. So I work from like to 8, 9 o'clock in the evening. I got home. I have 2 daughters, but they're grown up now, so I don't have small kids to take care of anymore. So,
Right, yeah.
which is a good day. And then I only work. I mean, Fridays I'm off, so I can work with music all day if I want to. It's a good combination. I like having the routine of going to work and all. You know, it's a good thing, and I love being around young people. And I can work with music, which I love. You know, and you know. I can think about worse jobs than actually sit down and jam back in black with a young student.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this is a very good job to have.
Wow. So what's the rest of the year look like for the band?
All the rest of the year is what we've been doing like we filmed a couple of videos and stuff like that. We're releasing the album and we're going to take care, and then we're going to start very extensive rehearsals for the next year tour, which we're going to be starting in the spring. So we're going to take this, only concentrate on the album release now, not on shows. We said and it's a lot of planning to do before we get out on the road next year. So we have to concentrate on getting everything in order to work out for us. So
very cool. Well, Anders, it was great talking to you, and I appreciate the chat. Make sure everybody picks up the wild card November 21st on Frontiers Records. Support it. Go check out some of the videos. I think you got like 2-3 videos out already.
We got 2. We got We got a lyric video out now for a song called 1 Minute to Breathe, and just came out the other day. And we have a video for the 1985 song, a full video. And it is coming a new video soon. Beginning of November, there's a new single out with a full video, which is going to be great, I think. And then there's actually going to be another single released at the same day as the album comes out. So there's a lot of music coming out before the album is actually released. So, which is a good build up to put the name back on map again. And after like this, like 3 years since we actually releasing the record, so it's a good move. I feel it's the interest is growing really steadily now for the record. It's great, feels great, and the response has been very good so far. Cool. So it's cool. It's really cool.
Did you read any reviews yet, or have any come in?
Not full reviews, but I've seen people who have had the possibilities to review the album is giving really good reviews. Yeah. That's what I've heard so far. But you know, I have to read them when they.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great release. I mean, you know, like I said, there's nothing bad about any song in the whole album. So like, it's a very smooth, easy to listen to album, and I enjoyed it. So cool. I appreciate that, and I thank you. Would you like to say anything to the fans out there?
Yeah, I mean, we would love to come over to the US again. We have to work on it a little bit, though. But in the meantime, enjoy our new album, Wildcard.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Anders. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Brian.
No problem.